Popular Culture Resource Team. How can I help you? Back joining us in the studio for a Popular Culture Resource Team is Yujin's Yujin. Yujin, hello to you.
Hi guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It is a new Friday of the new month.
True.
Right, which means that we go into new dramas. I know you do climbing. You used to climb.
I used to climb.
But have you ever hiked mountains?
Not the mountains.
Not
rocks.
just
Climbing the rocks.
you just climb rocks. Oh,
Not mountain.
You've actually done rock climbing?
Rock climbing.
Real rock climbing.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I used to do that.
Okay.
But these days,
Busy. She's so busy now. That's what it is. Hopefully she's not too busy for us. We are going to go into a brand new drama.
Right?
I am really looking forward to this month. I was lobbying so hard to do this because I really wanted to cover this drama.
That's your favorite one, right?
It's one of my favorite. Which drama are we covering this month?
Okay, the drama we're looking at today is Prison Playbook, or 슬기로운 감빵생활 in Korean. Look at his straight face.
I love it. Guys, if there's one thing you need to know about me, is I love prison shows.
Prison shows.
I love prison dramas. I love prison movies. Some of my favorite, Prison Break. Orange is the New Black. 슬기로운 감빵생활, Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile. All these prison related, I love.
All related to prison?
Yes.
Especially why?
Have you been to prison? I've never been to prison.
Me neither.
I've never been to prison.
So this drama aired between November 27 and January 2018 and has 16 episodes. You can also watch it on Netflix. The story shows several characters inside a prison, but the main character is a professional baseball player named Kim Jae-hyuk. So we're having the poster of this drama, right?
That's right. And that's what I was talking about, guys. This has two of my favorite things. Prison and baseball. It can't get any more perfect than this. This is lovely stuff.
Oh, you love baseball.
I love baseball. I love baseball. And of course, we have the people that comes out.
Oh, yeah, right.
The cast. And Kim Jae-hyuk, the main character, I'm sure a lot of our listeners recognize, is the man behind Squid Game.
Yeah, right.
Right? And
Squid Game character.
But this was, I think, his first big break. It was this drama that made him so big. And I think it's important that we talk about that. And yeah.
And one of my favorite characters is Crystal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
She comes out.
And Jung Kyung-ho as well.
Jung Kyung-ho was when
The second one.
He is the friend of Park Hae-soo, right? Who plays Kim Jae-hyuk. And he helps him out a lot.
Yeah, we were having like Jung Hae-in especially.
Jung Hae-in comes out. I think Jung Hae-in also really kind of like, blew up through this.
And Kang Sung-yoon as well.
The singer Kang Sung-yoon, right? He comes out. But I mean, this is a really, really good cast. And I even love like the minor characters that come out. And I'm sure we'll talk about them later on.
Right.
But arguably, this is where Park Hae-soo, this was where his career really launched. I have a very interesting fun fact about Park Hae-soo.
Really? What's that?
Do you know he was bald? It's he planted it. He planted hair transplant. Yes, and so he became. It saved his career.
Oh my goodness! I didn't know that. How did you know that?
It's a known fact. He used to be like a theater actor. Oh, and theater actors are really, really good. But
okay,
let's get into this. He is a professional baseball player that's in prison.
So he was actually about to enter Major League Baseball in the U.S. His career was just about to take off, but one night something unexpected happens and he ends up in prison. He brutally beats a man who was attempting to sexually assault his younger sister, and during the fight he uses a trophy and the attacker ends up in a coma. So because the violence was considered excessive, Jae-hyuk is sentenced to 1 year in prison.
So this is where, again, I mean, it's controversy, and this is actually like the first topic that we're actually going to talk about. It's unfair. It
totally
is unfair.
unfair.
He was trying to protect his sister, and in the process, it happened. and to go to prison for 1 year, it's just not fair.
Right. Some people might say that sounds unfair. And after all, the man he attacked was attempting to sexually assault his sister. So a lot of viewers might wonder, like, why does he end up being treated as the offender in this situation? And that brings us to our first topic today, self-defense.
Yes. One of the things that I've always kind of criticized, and I don't criticize the country too much, but it's the law. There's a lot of the law. There's some lenient. There's times when it's too lenient. There's times where it punishes people for the wrong stuff. So in this case, what we're talking about is the idea of self-defense.
True.
In Korea, Jaehyuk's case wouldn't be considered as self-defense. While in other countries, it would actually guarantee you protection because it was self-defense.
That's right. So if this situation happened in the U.S., the legal outcome might be very different. In some U.S. states, there's a legal concept called stand your ground.
Yes.
It allows people to use force to defend themselves without a duty to retreat if they believe they are facing a serious threat. But in Korea, the concept of self-defense is considered much more strictly.
Oh, and when they say stand your ground, they don't mean you could shoot them. Boom. Right? And so, like, it's completely different. But how strict are we talking about here in Korea, though?
Like, under Korean criminal law, self-defense is only recognized if several conditions are met. The response has to be immediately necessary and unavoidable, and it has to have reasonable grounds. So, in practice, that means it must be something society would accept as necessary to stop the attack, not something that goes beyond what was needed. And in practice, courts tend to interpret those conditions very conservatively. So even if someone was defending themselves, if the response is considered too strong, it might not be accepted as self-defense.
So in this case, I mean, out of anger, he used a trophy and hit him on the head, and he went into a coma. And because the situation was the suspect went into a coma, that is considered too brutal, and it's not fair. I mean, come on. So even the object you use could matter in this case.
Exactly. For example, if someone grabs an object nearby during a fight, that thing might be legally considered a weapon. Even something ordinary, like the trophy used in the drama, could be treated that way. And recently, there was a case that sparked a lot of debate in Korea. A man broke into the home of Nana, a former K-pop idol, with a weapon and attacked her mom.
Yeah.
Actually, Nana was highly trained in martial arts, so she fought back and tried to stop him. And during the struggle, the attacker was injured. But surprisingly, the attacker later filed a counter lawsuit accusing her of attempted murder and serious injury.
Guys, attempted murder.
Insane.
And you see stuff like ridiculous stuff like this in the United States as well. Armed robbery, you break into these kids break into the house. Armed robbery, the owner shoots them and they end up dying.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's the owner of the house that's facing murder charges. It's ridiculous. It's insane.
And that's exactly why the case caused such a big public reaction. And in the end, the police concluded that her reactions were like legitimate self-defense and closed the case with no charges. But many people were shocked that the attacker was even able to file a counter lawsuit in the first place. So in Korea, in such cases, many people actually try not to fight back physically. So because if both sides use violence, it can sometimes be legally interpreted as mutual assault. So even if the other person started the fight, like hitting back could make the legal situation more complicated.
So let me give you a situation. Let me give you a situation here, okay? We call it 쌍방, right? 쌍방 폭행. So there was an incident a couple of years ago.
Oh, a real incident?
A real incident. Me and I'm not going to say who, but some of my colleagues, we were in Anyang. We went to Gayo Top 10. And someone started, beefing. And we went outside. And we were just like face to face, right? And I was waiting for him to hit me.
Were you involved in that situation?
I was the person who was involved
it's your
with
experience,
this.
okay.
And I was just trying to protect somebody, and it got into this. And I said to myself, if I get hit, I'm gonna fall to the ground. Because if I hit him back, then it's sangbang. It becomes mutual, and we both get in trouble. It's not even self-defense. If he hits me, and I'm trying to fight him off and I hit him, then I get in trouble too.
True.
Whereas if he hits me first and I go, oh, oh, that means he's going to get in trouble.
It's weird.
That's what I'm going to do. That's right. And then, and then you get something money out of it, right? And so I was like, man, I need some money. And I was like, come on. I was like, hit me. Hit me, right? I was like, I dare you. And then he knows too, right? So he's like,
just staring.
nah, you hit me. So it's like two of us going, nah, you hit me first. No, you hit me first. You hit. And then by then, nothing happened and we just became friends afterwards. That's what happens, guys.
That's hilarious.
That's what happens.
My goodness.
It just doesn't, you can't do that. And it's very different from what some listeners might expect.
Right. So in real life, people often say the safest thing to do in Korea is don't hit back, focus on protecting yourself, try to get away if possible, and report the situation to the police as soon as you can so there's like official evidence. Also, legally, that's often the safest approach.
Yes.
Or say like, hit me.
Hit me. Yo, hit me. Yo, man, you can't do anything. You can't do. You know what was the worst part about all this is one of my colleagues, friend. I'm not gonna say who because I think everybody knows who it is. You know what he goes? He's far away. He's not even helping me out, right? He goes like, "Hey, I think SJ's gonna get beat up. Someone stop him." I'm like, "Who said that?" He's all the way across the street. I was like, oh my goodness. And so no fight happened because once he swings and I swing, it doesn't become a self-defense thing anymore, and we get in trouble. But it really is interesting, and I guess watching a drama like this can really raise a lot of questions.
Yes, and if you are watching the drama and something makes you curious about Korean law, society, or culture, please feel free to send us your questions anytime. We'd love to talk about them together.
That's right. We're going to take a short song break before we get into other issues at hand. This is actually an OST from the Prison Playbook.
Yeah.
Rhythm Power with How Strange, 희한하네. We're back in the studio for Popular Culture Research Team, and being that it's a new month, first Friday of the new month, we are delving into a new drama called Prison Playbook, 슬기로운 감빵생활. And we talked about self-defense and really the weak law behind that. What's our next topic to be discussing?
So our second topic today is what Korean prisons are actually like. So prison systems can be very different depending on the country. And one of the biggest characteristics of Korean prisons is shared living space. So most inmates don't stay in single cells. Instead, several people live together in one room. Usually around like 6 inmates share a room of around 20 square meters, which sounds pretty crowded.
Yep.
They eat together, they sleep in the same room, and spend most of their day in that shared space. And you can see a toilet, a sink, and individual shelves where prisoners can store their personal items inside that one room. And we're having a photo of prison.
This is how small the prison is. So about 6 people are spending their time in here. Now, mind you, it looks clean compared to, let's say, U.S. prisons. However, when you think about the fact that you have like 6 or so people sleeping there, and so everyone could lie down. One person can lie down each. That's the bathroom. That's the bathroom. And so what happens is, not because I've been there, but like the lowest ranking person has to sleep over there where the window is and by the bathroom because it smells, and because of the window, it's cold during the winter.
Right.
And we'll talk about the ranking system. But again, you're looking at people basically eating. No cafeteria, guys. They're eating there, sleeping there, and spending most of their time in that same room.
Yes. And that's another big difference. In many American prisons, inmates move to a cafeteria to eat meals. But in Korean prisons, meals are usually served directly to the room.
Yep.
So prisoners eat together inside the cell. And the meals are actually pretty similar to everyday Korean home meals like rice, soup, and a few side dishes. That's all.
Exactly. And it's not like they give them individually. You get like a whole bunch that you're supposed to like share together.
Right.
And if you are the weakest link in there, you're getting like no meat. The big dog, the 반장님, or
like a leader.
You have something called I think 영감님. They use the term 영감님, which is like elder.
Ooh.
And this is a person that knows everybody, has has connections to everybody. They call it 영감님. That person gets the first dib on the food, sleeps on the best place in the room, even though it's very small. So it's a very compact place there.
Right.
And so daily life inside prison is more social than people would imagine then.
Yes. And another important part of Korean prison culture that I want us to emphasize is the rehabilitation programs. The goal of prison isn't only about punishment. It's also helping them prepare to return to society. So prisons offer various education and vocational training programs. For example, they can take part in classes like carpentry, gardening, or other types of job training. And not only that, they can also work and earn money. Some inmates go to places like a woodworking shop or gardening farms. They can actually get paid.
Well, I mean, in U.S. prisons too, you can get paid, but they pay you like 20 cents an hour. Like it's very, very small. Like they'll pay you, like 20 cents an hour, like 30 cents an hour. And you work hours, but then they're basically but they prefer working because what else are you going to do inside? They want to move and do stuff. And you're making a little bit money that goes into, stuff that you could buy later on, like ramyeon and stuff like that. And they love ramyeon over in the U.S. prisons. And you're basically, in this case as well, you're able to earn money while you're in prison.
Yes, but small amount. The reason is that inmates often need to buy certain items themselves. So inside prison, there's usually a system where they can purchase things like snacks, coffee, noodles, blankets, or daily necessities using their own money. So it's like a small system, but it gives them a bit of independence and also prepares them for life after release.
Yeah, so for a lot of these criminals, I mean, they've never learned to really properly work and make money, make money the proper way. And so for them, it's a good way to do that. And I think there are, it's the same thing. You purchase snacks, you buy coffee, you buy noodles, you buy blankets. You need all of this. And for some people, your family could put money into it.
Right.
But there's also a lot of criminals who don't have family or friends that could put money into their
They have no
system.
choice.
No, and they have to work. But I heard some interesting thing about this is that when you live in a communal area, and let's say the group needs snacks, or they need some ramyeon, one person will buy all of it, and then the next round someone else would buy it, and the next round someone else would buy it.
They take turns.
They take turns buying everything for the group. So even with snacks and stuff, it's all shared, not only for yourself.
Right. It's like a community-based, right?
It is community-based, but I'll tell you this right now. It seems fun. But prison is not a fun place.
Right,
So
right. Whether you like it or not, you have to.
Right, and so with this, you can really tell that it's not just about serving time, right?
There are also counseling and prevention programs, including classes related to drug addiction or suicide prevention. So the idea is to help them understand the problems that led them there and prevent future crimes. So rehabilitation, or what Koreans call re-socialization, is a key part of the system. Prison life isn't only about confinement. There are also opportunities for reflection and change.
Do you know about all the stuff that goes in sometimes? Because I think with this drama, because it was a drama, they make it seem like it's fun and it's not too brutal. But I heard for some of these prisons, it's bad. And I'm not going to say who, but there was a certain singer who went to prison for doing naughty stuff, bad stuff. And someone was reporting what goes on with him, his prison life. And basically, for about hours and hours, they make him sing. Yeah, 노래해봐. Right? Because he's they base the power, your ranking, on how many times you came.
It's like a hierarchy, right?
별 몇 개. They say how many stars or stuff like that, right? And so, that means how many times you've been to prison. And for that singer who's been to prison for the first time, he's a baby. And if you don't like this person for what he did or certain things, you're going to get bullied. And so for him, it was and he sang, and then he thought it was the end of it. Tango, another song.
It's a matter of survival.
It is. And if you don't do it, you basically get beat up. And when you have, it's not just one person, you have 5 other person there. That's pretty scary, right? So don't be breaking the law and be going to prison and stuff like that. We'll continue to talk about other hidden elements in the first few episodes of Prison Playbook. But first, let's take a listen to a song from Radi with Open It Up. We're back in the studio for Popular Culture Research Team with Yujin's Recovering Prison Playbook. I love prison-related stories. I absolutely love it. Have you seen other prison-related shows?
Not at
Never?
all. Mm-hmm. This is my first time watching the drama related to prison.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Prison Break is good, but it's not really realistic. Like there's Orange is the New Black, which is an American show, but that's very realistic. Shawshank Redemption. I don't know. I think I've always had this thing like, I never want to go to prison, right? But I always wanted I'm a Power J. When you live in New York, you never know what could happen, and I go, if I go to prison, how am I going to survive? Kind of a thing. And
you want to experience that?
No, I don't want to experience that. I don't want to go to prison. Man, I would be the lowest of the low, you know? They're gonna pick on me and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna pick on me and stuff. So what are we going to talk about next?
Okay, so first of all, in the drama, each inmate wears a name tag with a different color depending on the type of crime they committed. For example, white tags are usually for more general crimes like theft or fraud.
Yeah, so it's small stuff. Small stuff.
Small stuff. And blue tags are often used for drug-related offenses, and yellow tags usually indicate more serious violent crimes like murder or sexual assault. And there's even red, which is used for prisoners who have received the death penalty.
Yes.
So just by looking at the color of the name tag, you can quickly understand what category of crime someone was involved in.
So it's kind of weird, right? Because by looking at the tag, what they do is they try to avoid that person.
Right.
And so they start but at the same time, if you have a white tag, you start bullying the white tag. And blue tags, you just kind of watch out for this. They're druggies. You never know what they're going to do.
True.
Yellow tags, let's try to avoid them as much as possible. Red tag, that person has nothing to lose.
It's a red flag.
Right. You really don't want to mess with a person who is... there's no death penalty. It's basically life sentence. You never want to mess with that person.
True.
And so you have that. You have the number, and you have the color of the tag.
Right.
And again, you're just basically telling everyone something about this inmate.
That's right. And they also have their nicknames. The way nicknames work in Korean prisons is actually quite unique because the nicknames are often based on the type of crime someone committed. For example, there's a nickname like 문래동 Kaist in the drama.
Yes.
So Kaist is one of the most prestigious science and engineering universities in Korea. So calling someone Kaist means that he's basically a highly skilled fraud expert in that area, almost like a genius level scammer.
Yeah, so 물레동 is a neighborhood, and that's where he's from. But then when I first saw this, 물레동 Kaist is the guy with the short, the lisp. He goes, yeah, ticking 좀 더 봐, right? He has a lisp. And so I thought first, when I was watching it, I thought he was from 물레동, and he's a graduate of Kaist. And things should have been good for him, but he used that, intelligence for something bad, and so they still call him 물레동 Kaist. But no. He's a skilled genius, scammer.
He's a scammer.
Basically.
And there's Jang Jang, which comes from the famous character in Les Miserables. That nickname is used for a character who stole food, especially, of course, bread.
Yes, you went to jail for stealing. They're gonna call you Zhang Valjean, right? And so they're very, very creative with this. So people can kind of guess what the person did just from the nickname thing.
Yes. And another one you hear in the drama is 해롱이.
My favorite character.
So that nickname is for a character involved in drug-related crimes because 해롱거리다 or 해롱 means acting dazed or spaced out, like someone who's not fully conscious. And that's why it became a nickname for a person involved in drug cases. I think Koreans in general seem to love giving nicknames.
It is very, very true. Although nicknames, again, they get very creative. But then I'm trying to think though, only based on the prison shows that I've seen, right? Like Prison Break. Like they'll call him Teabag. His name is like Theodore Bagwell, but he's Teabag. What is it? Michael Schofield was Fish because he was like a new guy. And then there's like Sucre, because sugar. Everyone had like nicknames. They never went by their real names. But in Korea, they get really creative with this. But the thing is, like, nicknames are like basically everywhere in Korea, right?
So in school, for example, nicknames are often based on physical features. If someone is tall, people might call them giraffe. If someone has very fair and bright skin, they might get nicknames like tofu or white rice cake, 백설기. And if someone wears glasses, kids sometimes jokingly call them Pororo, which is a famous cartoon character who also wears round glasses. It's a penguin character. So creating playful nicknames is something many Koreans grow up with. So SJ, what kind of nickname did you have?
The most memorable nickname I could think of, if our producer could pull up a picture of this particular character. In high school, the weird thing is a lot of my middle school, elementary, high school kids, a lot of them don't know my real name. Because they all call me by my nickname. In high school, my nickname was 호빵맨.
호빵맨? Oh, sorry.
And so, if you guys know 호빵맨 is like, I think the English name is 안판맨.
안방맨.
And when I was a freshman in high school, and like I was round, I was very fat, I was round, and I guess it's maybe because of high blood pressure. I don't know. Like my cheeks were red. And hopefully we'll get a picture of how 호빵맨 looks like. One of the scene, well, he was a junior. He goes, "Yo, you look like 호빵맨." And then everyone just called me 호빵맨.
Did you like the nickname?
I mean, I didn't mind. I was like, well, now I have an identity. Did you have a nickname?
Yeah. When I was in elementary school, I was like a orangutan.
Orangutan?
Because it's so boring because my last name is O, so they call me like orangutan. Orangutan, yes. And when I grew up, another nickname was Opichi, which is my social media account name. So because I love the character called Opichi, and me as well, my cheeks goes like red. So I was called by that name.
Your cheeks were red and you got Opichi?
And you got...
And I got 호빵맨? That's so not fair. Yeah, you guys got nicknames too? You guys got interesting nicknames? Nicknames? Any nicknames you guys got about there? But besides the nicknames, like what else do we have to talk about when it comes to prison life in Korea?
Oh, so one thing that's really interesting is the social structure inside the cell. So in Korean prisons, inmates usually live together in a shared cell, not alone. So naturally, a kind of small community forms inside that space. It's inevitable. And within that community, there's often this hierarchy. Usually someone becomes the cell leader. That person isn't officially appointed by the prison authorities, of course, but the other inmates usually recognize them as the strongest figure who keeps order in the cell. So if there's a strongest figure, that person could be the leader.
Yeah, so they'll be basically sitting in the middle, reading something. They don't necessarily have to be the strongest person, but you have street creds. This person's been around for a really long time. He knows people. I mean, of all the pictures you can choose, are you going to pick one that looks like he's angry? Of all the pictures of 호빵맨 you could find, PD님, you find this one. The one where his head is so big.
Can you show me the same facial expression like that? Oh, please, PD님, show me.
I looked more like that when I was in high school. Of all the pictures you could choose, you pick. But what does the cell leader do?
Oh, the cell leader often manages small things in daily life, like keeping the room organized and sometimes mediating conflicts between inmates. But that's the case when you have a good cell leader. Of course, there can also be bad ones.
Yes.
Sometimes a cell leader might try to control the room through intimidation or force. There have even been cases where a cell leader pressured other inmates into staging suicide attempts. For example, telling someone to pretend to hang themselves and and then like rescuing them. So in Korean prisons, they can receive reward points for acts like helping or saving others or preventing accidents. So those points can lead to benefits such as more visitation opportunities or other privileges. So in some cases, a cell leader might try to manipulate the situation and gain those benefits by force.
Yeah, so I mean, it's if you're lucky, you find a very mellow, older cell leader. In the case of this drama, you have Kim Jae-hyuk, the baseball player who goes in, and the cell leader is a former gang member, but he's a nice guy. Like, he's a nice guy.
He has a warm heart.
Yeah, he has a warm heart. So, like, he got pretty lucky with there, but you see, like, you know, confrontations with other cell leaders, and they're just, like, bad people. So, again, this is what we're looking at right now. Playbook, a prison playbook. We're going to do it for another 3 weeks on this.
Yep.
Eugene, don't go to prison while we're doing all of this. I hope none of us goes to prison. Lovely stuff. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Friday.
Thank you. See you next Friday. Bye.